Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to the Scrapfive challenge for the month of July. And if you'd like to participate and put yours on Instagram, use hashtag Scrapfive, and so we can see what you did to put all these items on your layout. And this month's list includes 2 or 3 long tags, use a stencil, make and use an embellishment, twine, jute, or ribbon, and splatters. And I'm the one who created the list this month. And this is the photo I'll be scrapping with. And no, I didn't create the list after I did the layout. I did the list a few weeks ago. I'm going to use that stencil and that die. And I wasn't quite sure what else I was going to use, but I thought I'd go ahead and get started with the layout. And all these papers are jelly bean soup from like 2012 to 2018, I think is what I seen as the dates. They were all in a warehouse box that I got a while back. And there are a variety of collections from them. I went ahead and cut my strips of paper there at 2 inches so that I could use my tag punch for it. And I am just going to round the corners after I cut them off to the right length. And I'm using the 1/4 inch rounder for it. So the 3 tags are on the list. And here's where I make a mistake. See where I'm punching out my reinforcers there with that piece of paper? That piece of paper was meant for my embellishment. And you will see why I'm saying it's a mistake in just a couple of minutes. I picked some twine that is tone on tone, and it's pretty tiny twine. And it's kind of on the stiff side, so I am going to glue down a couple of them to the paper, but then the one, well, it's the orange diamond one, I'm going to let them stick straight up since there is a little bit more room for them to stick straight up than there is the other two. The other two would be going off the page because I really made my tags long. And since that one green one is pretty close to the color of the background, but y'all know I like green, so it's going on there. I am going to put it in the middle so it'll show up just a little bit better. And yeah, it's a really pretty green color. Now, I picked out that diagonal paper up there on the left first. So all the other colors I added to go with that one there. And I liked it the best to start with. It is just so pretty and has such a variety of diagonal lines on there. And I decided to go ahead and back it in that orange, I guess it's marbleized paper. It is a very faint marbleizing look. I mean, it's like tone on tone. So it reads more as a solid than it does a print. And my original stencil, which is like another item on the list, was a plus mark because I plan on fussy cutting some plus marks out of one of the papers. But I couldn't find it. Apparently, I put it up incorrectly. I never used to have that problem. Of course, I wasn't doing YouTube videos and wasn't trying to get my layout, well, not done. I'm slow at doing the layouts and take my time at doing them. But when I come back in there to put everything up to do the next layout, because yeah, I've got slacking on that. I used to put it up as soon as I got done. But I'll kind of be in a hurry to do the next one. And when I find it, it is in one of the layout collections, where I'd done another layout and picked it up too quickly. I found that one of my most favorite dies in a collection the other day, and I was flipping through the papers and stuff trying to decide what to use, and seeing it in there, I thought, oh man, that don't go there. I'll be wanting that. But that viewfinder there, I was just going to get one of my fussy cut little cameras out to put on the layout. I hadn't seen that one on the back of this paper yet. And I seen the viewfinder and I thought, well, if I make a camera instead, I could use this viewfinder for the lens on the camera. So I went, and of course, none of them were the right color. So I went ahead and cut one out. I'm using that tab punch to go for the, I guess that's called, I guess that's called a viewfinder on a camera. I don't know. But it's a place you look through. I and making it come up a little higher, but then I'm going to put a little rectangle in there for the little see-through thing. Oh, but of course it's opaque, you cannot see through it. But I was trying to decide which color to use, and this was on the back of one of the papers I used. So I am going to use the light teal colored one, and there I am squaring off the corners at 1/8 inch. And then I'm going to go ahead layer it in the same color of the camera, so it'll look like, it's got that it can come out is what my what my thoughts were. That you can push a button and it come out, although it should be the lens I was thinking that with. But I did layer behind the lens. But yeah, and here I'm putting a green button, and it's going to look a little out of place at first, but I'm going to fussy cut some flowers to put on there, and there will be some green leaves on there. And I had it originally planned to put feathers on there as my fussy cut thing, and fussy cut them out ahead of time. But then I saw and here I at first decided I'd round off the top corners and keep the bottom one straight, but it kept bugging me, so I had to turn around and round them off too. But here's the flowers I seen, and I thought, how cute will that look on my camera? Forgetting about the feathers I'd fussy cut out. So I cut them out and everything, and in a minute I will see them laying over there and go ahead and put them on my layout anyway, well, my camera anyway, and I'll kind of cover up the lens a bit, but that's okay. I fussy cut them out and they needed to be used. I thought, boy, they might get lost or something and never get used if I don't go ahead and use them on this layout. What I'm using for my strap, and for that little loop for the straps, it was wedding ring punch that I used for it, and his and hers. And the well, I think it's embroidery thread braided. I've had it for many years, and it comes um, probably a couple yards on, well, at least a yard. I might be exaggerating. Um, but it's already braided and everything, and it had double-sided tape on the back. However, I had it so long that the double-sided tape had dried out, so I had to put my own on there. I put the bigger pieces, I think they were the 1/4 inch, on the back to hold it all in place. And then I decided I needed it behind the strap in the front to have it in one spot. So I went ahead and got the 1/8 and put along the side and attached it. And I think it worked pretty good. I hope it stays sticky since the other didn't. So I added my 3 fussy cut feathers, and I did put foam tape under one. And then I fussy cut out one of the flowers from that diagonal paper so I could have a flower up to the right, since I do have the flowers down there on the left. And I am putting foam tape underneath it because of, that one feather having foam tape to make it even out. Earlier, I had fussy cut some little plus signs off of one of the papers. They're so cute. And I'm putting 3 on my camera, but I've fussy cut, I think, 6 more, so I can put them in a couple other places when I remember to do that. That is. Now, my photo is of my niece and my great niece. And my niece is so good at taking selfies. And I thought I got to use that as a title somehow, because she got her, and there's been plenty of times she's got people in the background with her selfies. That's why I'm saying she's pretty good at taking them. But she also got the rays of the sunshine, so I'm going to make the title somewhere along that. So my title, I'm going to get my layout here without trying to hit the laptop. It's Documenting Life One Selfie at a Time. And I started that as my title and just had it planned to use the memory box. I had to think for a second. Memory box mini varsity for the whole thing. But then when I got ready to put selfie on there, I remembered the We Are Memory Keepers. They're making albums easy word. And that way selfie would be bigger and I could put it on foam tape and it'd show up a little more. And then I wanted to add, this is like last minute, is an art. And so I put it on since I already had that, standing up and different, I thought I'll go ahead and do something else a little different. So I put it on a banner, and I didn't put it on foam tape. I don't think. I'm looking. No, I didn't put it on foam tape. But you could also read it at first glance. Selfie is an art. So, it's kind of got two titles, one that shows up better than the other. But anyway, while I was looking in there for the word selfie, I decided to add no filter on my camera and life moments. And I cannot believe it's been so long since I used these. I'm sure it's been a couple of years, but I had glanced at them over and over, and I wasn't doing a layout I needed them for. So I haven't thought of them while I was doing a layout. I decided to add some enamel dots, and I picked the lightest green and decided to add the whole row, so I do have a little more than I may have otherwise. I'm adding my splatters, and that's going to make the last of my challenge of Scrap 5. So I have the 2 or 3 long tags. I used a stencil. I made and used an embellishment, twine, jute, or ribbon, and I used twine, and then splatters. And so, yeah, I have all of my items for the Scrap 5 challenge. And remember, if you'd like to join in and put yours on Instagram, use hashtag Scrap5. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. And I had fun doing it. I always have fun doing the Scrap 5 and any recipe challenge. It seems like most of the challenges I'm in are either a scrap lift or using a sketch. So a recipe challenge is a nice change. Um, there's that no filter. Those are the cutest little die cuts. I guess I'm going to have to leave them out so I can remember to use them because they are cute. And there's my fussy cut flowers and feathers. And there's my title. Documenting life one selfie at a time is an art, because she is an artist at taking them. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so very much. But have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun on the hop. And try your hand at this list. Since I made it. No. I like for you to try it every month. Bye. Remember,